Yeah, the difference is yours are cinematic. Yours are nicely color coded, corrected. Sorry, they are nice, and I'm not trying to suck your ass. There's a different aspect to your videos where you can see it's professionally done instead of me going, "Oh, hi guys, it's Nick. This is a socket," and I'm trying to with the unit.
I mean, not doing down. Sorry, mate, to interrupt, but not doing down electro like sparky work and stuff like that. Most sparky work happens behind a plasterboard wall.
It's all hidden, yeah.
Whereas what I knew from the start was that if I wanted to ever sort of really do like big-ish money and stuff like that, you have to be glossy bathrooms, glossy showers, glossy downstairs loos, and all that, and nice looking radiators and things like that. And I thought if I can make my videos look top notch, then I might have a bit of a chance to get into those markets.
Yeah,
that's what sort of. But I mean, mate, like you say, now you've got the unit. The one thing I'd say, I found that when I got the studio, a lot of my viewers didn't really like it that much. Yeah. So now I tend to I showcase a product in the studio, show people close up under really good lights, what it looks like, how it works, stuff like that. And I can show them if I want to show almost what you get at college when you've got all the pipes surface mounted and you can see how it works and all that. But like I'm filming this pump that I'm doing. I'm going to show it in the studio, but I'm actually going to go fit it and replace an old knackered pump at a person's house a couple of villages away. So you get the sort of the tip over. So maybe a word of advice is to not go 100% studio, and I'm sure you won't because you've still got your apprentice.
Yeah, but this is it. This is the purpose of both videos, because what this channel is, I'm going to be building stuff. So I've ordered £700 worth of scaffolding. I'm going to make in scaffold podcast housing, workbench out of scaffold boards, all nice timber, a podcast table, kitchen, all that sort of stuff where I want to make it and I really enjoy it, and someone would enjoy me making it. But electricians most of the time on my main channel that want electrical content won't watch it. And it's not like, I want to put a video out because I want 30,000 views in every video. It's just, I know my audience, and I think if I can put it on the other channel, let that channel grow, do different content, we can swear on it. That doesn't bother me. It's not that important at the moment. I just want to be able to make this stuff and go, I'm really proud of this, and I think someone should watch it. And then electrical wise, like in the unit, I'm going to be burning metal fuse boards, setting them on fire, timing them. I've got a thermal imaging camera off Bosch that they're going to send me so we can get data. But then from that,
I've been using it. Have you ever used it? It's quality.
No, I've not got it yet. My whole theory behind it is regulation states we should fit metal fuse boards. I say this to the camera. So I've set my DSLR up over here because there's nothing worse when you're doing it off. I've got an iMac, so with the webcam directly in front of you, it's just a pain in the arse because your eyes just keep shifting all the time. So you've got metal fuse board. Regulation states have to be metal from now on for 18th edition. They're meant to be fire rated, but yet they have plastic breakers in it. We're meant to seal the back up, but there's no regulation that states we have to seal the back up with fire foam, but it's one of them. So the purpose of it is I'm going to put it out there, set it on fire. I'm going to put fire lighters inside or put a gas burner in it. I'm not quite decided yet. Film it.
Yeah.
Put a thermal imaging camera on it. See if the external, how long it sets on fire for, even if it does set on fire. Look at the thermal imaging cameras to see if how hot the touch heat is. If the touch heat is hot enough to then set fire to a piece of plywood that's touching it, it just shows that all the fuse boards that I fitted in the past on plywood as well shouldn't be fitted there, because if the touch temperature is hot enough to set fire to a plywood, then what we've been doing is completely wrong. Equally, set a fire to a fuse board that has the knockouts knocked out at the back to see how much flames would come out. Would it set off? Like, there's so many things that I could do with it that some sparks would find really, really interesting, but some might go, ugh, I'm all right. But I'm not bothered. I want to make the content, and I think it's going to be really helpful for some people, especially apprentices looking at it and going, I know not to fit to wood. I'd like to thank JCC for sponsoring the podcast today. So JCC have approached me with their new Radial Rapid LED light. It's a bulkhead light, comes in two sizes. It was designed by electricians for electricians. So what JCC have been doing is reviewing the channel and getting feedback directly from electricians. It's just become an essential part of the JCC product development. So with the JCC Rapid light, we use the feedback gathered from hundreds of electricians providing direction to create the most versatile and fastest install of an LED light. So with this light, I've got one myself, comes in 2 sizes. I know it as a 2D fitting back in the day, what it was called. That's my old boss used to call it. It comes in 2 sizes, 4 outputs, a microwave on and off, a step dim, a photocell on and off, and emergency light, and a few more different ones as well. I'll put all the information below. It's a great light, great design, nice, quick to install. I'll put a picture up here so you can see what it's like. But yeah, put all the information below. Go check it out. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get viewers, don't you, who are just like, "Why have you made this? It's a waste of my time." And it's like, well, come on, mate. There's a button there. Just click on the old YouTube button and go and watch something else. Or whatever.
Yeah, I know, man. It's the dislike button. I cannot understand why YouTube has a dislike button.
Well, should I just give you like a heads up? I don't know if you've got a YouTube manager yet. Have you?
Manager?
You got a YouTube, mate. You get once you get to a stage, you get a YouTube manager. You speak to every week. They're sat down in YouTube London on a beanbag without any shoes on, smoking weed or something like that. That's what I like to imagine.
Yeah.
But if you
with
ask
stupid
them,
glasses on.
Yeah. Well, mate, ask them the question when you get one. The dislike and the like button mean the same thing from YouTube's algorithm. It's the interaction that matters. Yeah, man. So press whichever button you like. But if you do press the dislike button, you're a twat because you don't give a shit about how much effort went into making that fucking video.
That's exactly true. That is true.
Mate,
and
some people dislike my videos. If it's a 25-minute video, they dislike it in the first 10 seconds. It's like, Jesus, am I that?
No, I know. I was convinced to start with that my exes or families or people that just didn't like me would literally straight away dislike button, and I'd have like 2 likes and 1 dislike. It's like, so see, that's how much it annoys me.
Mate, what's your standard comeback to someone who? Because I've got a standard comeback to people who slate one of my videos.
I just ignore them.
Oh, mate, sometimes they think, "Oh, you hungover," and you're just like, "Right."
No, I barely have a drink. I know. I normally, if it's anything swearing in it, I've got the thing set on, so if it just filters it out. So really, I never really see them because I can't be arsed with that shit. But if I do get a few snotty comments, a lot of the time, my audience, my true subscribers, like the fan base,
sit on them.
just
I know.
Fire.
It's hilarious, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't need to say anything, and then I'll like and heart all the comments that they've done back. It's like,
yeah. Or dislike the nasty comment in the first place. Can I just not a dislike there? Thank you. I don't know. I usually just say, someone will say something like, "I wouldn't have done that," and I actually think your voice is really annoying. They'll say something like that. I don't know, and I'll just go back, "Well, your mum didn't find it annoying."
Ooh.
I mean, I'm an adult.
So many of them jokes. Oh, the mom jokes that we give each other is just terrible.
Oh, but it's just how it is, isn't it?
It's so funny.
And what can you say back to it? But and then you say you're getting defensive, and they go, "I'm not getting defensive."
You are, yeah.
You fucking well are. Oh dear. Anyway,
I love the
where are we
YouTube
now?
one.
Cool, 47 minutes. Sorry, just making sure we're all good here because we're saying about the old wife thing. Well, she didn't put me a beer down. Fuck her.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do with this, I mean, because I've learned from my last podcast, the very first one, 110 minutes long. It wasn't. It was. Well, yeah, it was. No, it wasn't. It was 70 minutes long. So
what was your view of attention like?
Not very good.
Yeah.
No, don't even think that. So what I'm going to do with this one is I probably would have already cut this in half. That was the plan. I was meant to mention it, but we went on a roll. Just do a part 1 or part 2 because I think a 35-minute limit would be golden for people just to pop on, especially like short drives to work. But other than that, YouTube, like there's so much to talk about. Genuinely, have you ever thought about doing a analytics review video, like how much you've earned, audience retention, anything like that? Has that ever crossed your mind?
What, as in, have I been asked by people like how much do you earn?
No, have you ever thought about doing a video on it?
Well, not really. I mean, I don't know what showing people how they could find it out, or just for their interest.
No, yeah, like so I've seen loads of videos before, like American YouTubers, where they just screen record their screen and go, "Oh, this is how much I've earned this month. This is over a year. This is like break it down. What is CPM? What is your click through rate?" Has that ever interested you?
I think there's certain audiences that would work well. I don't think your average British tradesman takes kindly to anyone making money without getting covered in complete shit
I
and
completely
going to
agree.
work every day and working for 10 hours and ruining their back and their knees.
Mm.
Like if you're sat here doing like this, earning a bit of money and saying you're a plumber, they just for some reason go totally
Instant
mental.
dislike. I
It is
know.
a
I agree.
dislike, isn't it?
I
You know,
really
I think
want to
they're just
do.
jealous. That's all.
Well, that's all it is. I really want to do it, and I've always wanted to do it. But
Mm.
equally, because I'm in the mind frame and I like to learn, I like to see it. We're in this YouTube world. When if someone put a video on, I'd go, "Oh, I like to compare, I like to see how it's doing." Blah blah blah. But if you have no interest in it and you like just watching YouTube, you could literally instantly dislike that person and go, "I'm not watching their videos again." If they're earning money off me watching their stuff, I won't bother. It's like, oh, all right, mate.
Just by clicking on it, mate, I've earned 0.001 pence.
If that.
I mean, have you found over the last couple of months, like your YouTube AdSense revenue has just gone absolutely
through the
mental?
roof? Yeah,
crazy,
I mean,
isn't
it's
it?
because of
Absolutely mad.
So to anyone that doesn't know this, when we get paid every month through YouTube, it's based on how many thousand people view a video. You'll get most of the time, I get like £4 or £5 per thousand views, give or take. Depending if some of your viewers from America, you get more, or New Zealand or whatever.
And if it's a keyword that's bid on quite a lot as well, isn't it? So like
yeah, so anything trending,
you get a lot,
yeah,
oh yeah, that sort of thing.
So, but nearer Christmas, it's not so much. It's Christmas 100%, but near the holiday. So you've got Valentine's Day, Halloween, Christmas, Easter, anything that's got a good big holiday. YouTube advertisers pay more to YouTube so they can advertise more around the Christmas period. So all of our money goes up around Christmas. Come January, it'll plummet or half it, if not. But that's the reason I say that's why I put a few more videos out this month, because I'm just making the most of the ad revenue.
But also the other reason I think it's been massive this year is because my
shops aren't open.
Exactly. Point of sale advertising, which you'd usually get, just isn't working because no one's going shopping because it's bloody miserable. Let's face it.
So. That's it. Shall I ask you your 10 questions?
Yeah, come on then, hit me up.
Go on.
Hit me up.
I thought they were really interesting, but so this is the 10 questions that I'm sort of going to be asking everyone.
Here we go.
If you could meet a celebrity, dead or alive, which one would it be and why?
Joseph Stalin. There you go. Sorry about that.
Who's that?
Is it Joseph Stalin, the communist? Come on, mate. You must know who fucking Joseph Stalin is. He's a dictator who killed probably 20 million Russians, something like that. 11 million Ukrainians he starved to death, but he did love a beer. Apparently, well, he loved a drink. Apparently, he was really good company around the dinner table, but also like a ruthless political beast, basically. So.
And how long ago did he die?
Fucking hell. He died in 1953 of a stroke. Yeah.
What a way to go. Right. Oh, sorry. Feeling about a different stroke.
Yeah, no, he wasn't having a wank. And his wife shot herself. So, yeah. Happy guy. Yeah. And his daughter ended up living in Cambridge, funnily enough, which is my local town. Yeah, there you go. She's Svetlana. So yeah,
the more you know.
Bit of a random answer. I bet you thought I was going to say like a footballer or a cricketer, didn't you?
I don't think I'm going to get the answer again. Boring. What's your favourite sport other than polo?
Oh, cricket or tennis. You know, I like watching cricket. I like playing tennis. I love tennis.
See, I'd be the other way around. I'd much rather watch tennis and play cricket because cricket's boring to watch.
No, cricket's not boring to watch, though.
Well, not you, because I know I can see you in the stands, piss as a fart with 15 pints around you. Yeah, that's exactly it, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. No, you know what? I'm a purist. I sit and watch the test match. Don't get me wrong. I don't score the test match. I've seen people do that at test matches, mate. Bring their own scorebook and dot ball. Wide. It's like, what are you doing, mate? But
there's a guy out there that does it on the big screen, mate.
Yeah, you don't have to do it yourself. But no, cricket to watch, tennis to play.
That's fair. I do like tennis. Tennis is a good sport.
Satisfying.
As long as you can get someone that's as good as you playing it, because there's nothing worse when I've got a good serve and they've missed it again. Anyway,
just practice against the wall, mate. The wall always returns the ball.
Yeah, is it too hard? It hits me in the face. If you were to get $1 million, like £1 million in your pocket right now, what's the first thing you'd buy?
The first thing
An
I'd
electrician's
buy.
fast track course.
$1 million. That's quite a lot of money.
What's the first thing you'd buy?
I'd buy a house with a view, and that'd be it. I'd have no more money left. I really want a house with a view, so I could look down a hill and shoot people. No.
Brilliant.
just look down the hill
with your mate from 1954.
Joseph.
Brilliant, Joseph. There we go. I need to say Joseph Fritzl then, but that's that American weirdo that locked his daughter in the basement, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, well, let's not go there. I think, going off that, I'm not going to answer the questions, but I think what I would do, what I've always wanted to do, is build my own house one day. Plot of land.
Mate. Yeah, that'd be it. Yeah.
Dream.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Yeah.
Cool. Stuck in the past or the future?
The past. I'm terrified of the future.
Oh, yeah, because you're this big conspiracy fucking nut job.
No, I'm not a conspiracy nut at all. I'm more worried about like wokeism and stuff like that. That's why I'm worried about having kids. I don't want my kids to worry about whether they can pinch a girl's arse or whether a girl, well, that's if I have a boy. And I don't want a girl to get worried if a boy pinches her arse. She'd be flattered. God, this is bad, isn't it? I'm gonna get strung out to dry. But no, I just believe in normality. I don't want everyone to just constantly be offended all the time. And it worries me about the future. I can't see it going very well.
I do completely agree with that in the sense, like nowadays, whatever you say, you have to be, especially like we're recording it, put it online, and you've got to be so careful what you say. I mean, I've seen people, like you say, hung out to dry for the small, like celebrities with the smallest comment. Someone will pick up on it. Mainstream media will blow it up, and then that's it, career over. But yeah, anyway.
But maybe we should turn that question into a positive. Why would I want to be in the past? Because of the Hobbies advert. I mean, just such a nice. It's so nice, you know. Going up. Oh, I'm going to go and have a nice pint of brown ale.
Nice churro and butter.
Nice crusty bread. Yeah, churro and butter. Get the Black Death. That's
nice.
The plague. The plague.
I know what the Black Death is.
Right. Good. Yeah. Survive the plague.
You could have the doctor's cone parrot mask thingies.
Exactly.
Whether that's
pretty sure they're probably going to wear one of them soon as well. If they told everyone to wear one of those, everyone probably would.
Be trending.
Let's not get into that.
Adidas will have their own one with a logo on the side, like the little face mask. iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Yeah, same.
Not because they're any better, just because that's where I am and I can't.
I just find them easy to use. I've always had iPhone, so
yeah, I'm stuck. I'm stuck there.
Worst experience from another trade. What's the single most worst thing? That's probably really good English, what I just said. Anyway, what's the worst thing that's happened to you?
Worstest thing with another trade?
Yeah.
What is in like a conflict with another trade?
Conflict or fight or accident on site? You know, what's the one memorable thing, should we say?
Right. This isn't a sort. It's not 100% a conflict. I was asked to do a job by Chippy, who I know really well, and I turned up to the job, saw the customer, and you know, you're probably getting this with your, you know, Adam, your lad, as well.
My Adam, my daughter calls him that when he turns up with him and he goes, "Oh, my Adam,
you're Adam.
He's mine.
He's mine. It belongs to me." I turned up to this job, met the customer. Took the Sparky round to his van. I was like, I ain't working here, mate. She's going to do us over. I can tell you that now. 100%. I'll tell you now, she's going to fleece us out of money. And he was like, look, mate, you just work for me. He said, I'll sort the money out outside of it. So anyway, did the job. I think it was first fix, second fix, in loads of radio work to do. And lo and behold, she did him over. And then he was like, sorry, mate, I can't pay you. So basically, I went round her house one night, turned the water off, and filled the hole up with post mix, and that was that. Left, never heard anything from her again. I've done 2 things like that to customers in the past. One was post mix to her. Hope you're watching, love. And the other one was a guy, another lady, God, where I injected the saw stack with expanding foam. So don't owe tradesmen money, it's wrong.
Oh, that
That's how it
is
goes.
bad. But to be fair, I've never told this story. I worked for a guy, and to be fair, if he watches this, he so he sold hot tubs, but he was a chippy, so he would sell someone the hot tub, and then he would go around and upscale. What do they call it?
Upsell.
Upsale. Wooden gazebos for him to fit in. Great business plan, great idea. He then got contact out of me from absolute nowhere saying, "Can you wire some hot tubs in for me?" I was like, "Yeah, sure," because I'd done quite a few before. This was, and I'm talking years ago. I'd only been set up a year or so, so I was only
A nice little
19.
job as well, isn't it? I imagine, like a little
Yeah,
trench, a little bit of
yeah.
outside work.
But the problem it wasn't. It started being a couple of hot tubs, got paid, no issue, certification, no problem at all. Then it was, oh, what? I've sold not just gazebo now. It's actually summer house, wants a fuse board down their lights. Yep, did that, no problem. The first 5 were fantastic. And then it was like, oh, Nick, I've got one in London, in Wimbledon to do. Are you willing to travel? He said, just let me know your cost and double it. Yeah, okay. It was £1,000 or whatever. So I turned up with my van full of materials because worst case scenario, I had to have something for everything.
Yeah.
Went down there, did the job, got paid. That was it. And then there was another one in Liverpool and this, but they started getting quite regular. And I did a couple, and then it was come to the 8th one where he turned around and went, I said, oh, it's X amount, let's say 600 quid. Oh, really sorry, Nick, the customer's not paid me yet. If you just do this next job for me, I will give you my bit of the money, and then the money so you'll have it. Yeah, that's fine. I trusted him at this point, no problem at all. Did the next job. Oh, sorry, Nick, this one was not paying me either. Can you just do another? I did 4 stupidly for him. Right, the guy owed me 3.5 grand. And then on top of that, he refused all my phone calls. Then on top of that, I got a phone call off the Wimbledon woman. Oh, the underfloor heating in the summer house that you wired up is broken. Can you come and fix it? I was like, not really, no, because I didn't put it down, you see, he did. And I was like, I can't really, I live 3.5 hours away from you.
And I'm not getting paid.
I'm not going to get paid. You're going to pay him. She says, no, it's under warranty through what's the guy's name. I was like, well, he's not answering the phone to me. He owes me a lot of money. And we ended up threatening the court letters because I obviously had a paper trail, a certificate. I had everything to go against him. And he completely ignored everything. So I just got my biggest friend possible that I knew. Just went and knocked on his front door. And he saw me. I'm bigger, a lot bigger than him anyway. And he was like, all right. And then he opened the door some more and saw my friend. And he was like, oh, Nick, I owe you that money, don't I? 3.5 grand cash straight within 2 minutes, because I knew he's got a Ferrari because I did work at his house. He bought a vintage Ferrari. It sat in his garage. I knew exactly where he lived. And I was like, as soon as he said, I said, that's fine. 3 years later went past, never worked for him again, never heard from him. Then I bumped into him in B&Q, tried to shake my hand. Hi, Nick, I've got some work coming. I literally just went, fuck off. Don't speak to me. And he was like, oh, right. That was rude. I was like,
yeah, it's not as rude as having someone 3.5K.
Oh,
and
mate.
avoiding them.
I said I could have put his teeth down his throat. Like, he annoyed me that much, and because I'd paid out for that much materials over those jobs with all the armored cable, everything, it really put me back. And it was stupid naivety and being young, of no experience with people like that. So from now on, if I have a sniff of it, no, it won't work for you.
Yeah, and also you get to a stage where you don't need new customers, do you? You get your book, you got your book of people, your 3 or 4 builders that you trust, which is a big deal because that's a lot of bread and butter work.
It's a lot of money,
but they're hard to find builders you can trust because they're usually trying to trust someone else as well, and it's just hard, really hard. I mean, yeah, I much prefer working for domestic customers because you can scare them easier, especially if you're like me and you're 4.5 foot tall. Like a rat up a drain pipe, get into your loft. I mean, I've never taken stuff out. I mean, I've threatened to, but I've never had to do that. Usually if they just don't pay you, which is very rare. I mean, like I say, it's only happened twice, but I usually lose it, absolutely lose it. But then I'll go in the cold and ruin your heating.
Yeah, to be fair, I've not had it for a long, long time. And when I've had a few people that haven't paid when they should have done paid, 2 or 3 texts, and all of a sudden it's like, I think it was just one woman. She couldn't afford to pay it. It was a cooker broken, and it was like 60 quid. And she ignored me. I sent 2 emails, invoices, and then texted her a few times, and then Facebook Messenger. I got no reply. And I ended up knocking on the door as I was passing. I didn't intend to. I didn't want to go and scare or intimidate. There was nothing that. It was like, are you getting my message? Are you okay? She was doing this. She just burst up crying. So I can't afford it. And I'm really sorry. I just said, don't worry about it then. No, I just felt sorry for it. I just said, if you'd have said this from day one, I'd have just done it for free. Like, no issue. I didn't want to be chasing you. I just presumed you weren't getting my stuff because I had no reply. She said, I just can't afford it. I was like, but that doesn't mean to other customers now that you can do that because I'm on to you anyway.
Take the mickey out of Nick Bundy as much as you can. All right. Come and fit an ice hot tub for us in the garden, please, Nick.
Can you dig the trench as well? Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
God's sake.
Oh, put a bit of peat shingle in. Ooh.
Keep some sand on. Anyway, Star Wars or Star Trek?
Probably Star Trek. I don't know. I haven't really watched Star Wars. Sorry, mate.
No, I'm go either way. Excuse me. I like both. Yeah, my friends are massive Star Wars fans, but recently I've been watching the new Star Treks with the kids, and great films.
Next Generation was good, but you're probably too young for that.
I did. My brother, my dad used to watch it. Yeah, I used to watch that with the. I remember what are the cyborg cube thing? The ship was square like a cube, wasn't it?
Borg, isn't it? Borg.
See, I remember them.
I remember you being creeped out like
when the Borgs would put them things in your neck, and you turn into a Borg. I remember that, and I was like, "That is disgusting."
You've been assimilated. No, mate. I remember he used to say stuff like "number one, make it so," but you could bring that into your apprentice chit chat. Go down to the van, make it so.
Make it so.
Now.
Yeah. Drop the voice down and make it so.
I wish I could do Jean-Luc. Patrick Stewart. What an actor.
The thing is, I know him from X-Men, really.
Patrick Stewart. Wasn't he in The Office? He was in The Office, wasn't he? Their clothes fell off and I've seen everything. That's what he said in the Office.
I never watched The Office.
Extras.
I've never watched Extras.
Oh, mate. If you're going to watch anything, watch Extras with Martin. Is it Martin Kemp? Who's the guy who played... fuck's sake. Who's the guy who played Grant in EastEnders?
I don't watch EastEnders, mate. Sorry.
Fuck, mate,
I'm not 42.
Move on. Let's move on.
Right, brilliant. If you could do any other job other than be a YouTuber / plumber, what would it be?
A documentary filmmaker.
An elf was that for Santa? Oh, that's a weird answer. Yeah, that's a cool thing. With the immediate background, that would be cool.
That's kind of what I've done on the other channel. Like, that's why the other channel is the other channel. Like what you've done with this, it's nothing to do with plumbing. So yeah, I decided that I was going to travel around Europe and do history videos and interview people, stuff like that. That's and obviously that's been completely shat on this year. I mean, I don't know if any of you watched Chernobyl, mate. I had some amazing things to go and film this year. I mean, I've been to Chernobyl before. I've been to Pripyat.
Yeah. Is it good? Because my dad's friends went. They did a charity thing where they bought a car, like a £400 car. It was called Wobble to Chernobyl, and they drove from here all the way to Chernobyl. And it was pretty cool. My name was on there, and they went and did it. And I was this close to having the chance to go with them. And I just couldn't because of work. But my daughter was like 4 weeks old, so it just didn't time up right. That is one place I would absolutely love to go.
It is good, mate. And Kiev, which is where you'd probably stay, is really nice. Really, really nice. It's nowhere near where the war's happening, so it's a long way away.
And to be fair, most of the people that would be my age or a bit below would know about Chernobyl, but a lot of it would have been from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 when you got the sniper. Is it the sniper in the ghillie suits?
50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
That's a ghost. That's a good voiceover. That was, mate.
Soap.
So, I don't think you would have played it.
Oh, mate, yeah, I used to play loads. In fact, that's one thing you must have got rid of now running a YouTube channel. Gaming, you cannot do it. It's impossible. I'm so to play games. I want to play FIFA. I used to play FIFA all the time. Just can't do it.
I know. I get itchy. Like, so. Oh, hang on. Not like that type. beginning of lockdown, I bought the it was me and my two best mates, so Aaron and Alex, and we bought the new COD. What's not the brand new one, not the Cold War one before.
There's a real new one, isn't?
Warzone. Warzone.
Yeah.
So we like the battle royale. I never like Fortnite. My kids play Fortnite, but the battle royale where there's a mission, there's an end game to it. It's not like, oh, we'll shoot, get 50 kills and it's won. I love Warzone.
Yeah.
So we started playing that, but the problem is I get hooked on it. Like, it's a bit of a fad when I'll go, oh, this is good, and then I'll go, I need to play it every night, and like, if I'm not playing it, I'm thinking about it, and it's so sad. So,
but then it's addictive, isn't it?
It so is, but it's also good because it's sociable. But the problem is, in my house, we had to buy it for the kids, so I'm playing with my lads, and that was sound. Like, we taught them how to play it, and it was really enjoyable. And when they went to bed, I played with my mate. But literally, my other half is just sat on the sofa going, there's nothing wrong, because we only have one TV downstairs, and it's not fair. So then I need to find a point of ratio where you could go, right, I'll have one now. But now every time I go, boy, should we play? We turn it on. Oh no, there's a 7,000 gig update. Let's not fucking bother, because it's going to take 17 weeks to be able to play it again. And then you end up doing that every time.
Is that Xbox or
I've got
PlayStation?
PS4,
yeah, mate. I really want to do it. I really, I was talking to the Miss about it. She was just like, you really want to do that? And I just think about my weekly diary, and it's like, there's just no.
I'll tell you what, everyone, there's going to be a new YouTube channel. We're going to be me and Jimmy playing Halo on our Xboxes, and we'll stream it live. There we go.
Bit of old school Halo.
Mate,
Halo's
as an Xbox fan of the day, I was always had Xbox. So Halo was come back from school, put your headset on, talk to your mates. Wicked.
Yeah, Halo was decent, but it still wasn't as grit. Halo just didn't have the grittiness.
Yeah, but you needed a bit of blood effect on it. Yeah, I agree.
Did you ever play Metal Gear Solid? Did you ever play that?
No, never.
Mate, Metal Gear Solid, you had a gun with a chainsaw on it, and you could go up to people and just.
Are you on about Gears? You're on about Gears of War.
Gears of War, innit?
Gears of War. Sorry, I used to play Gears of War.
That's me age, and it's me age.
Oh boy,
that
was good.
Just now, so that's how old I am.
Oh, is your piss bag full yet? You need to go and empty your piss bag.
It's my piss bag.
Jesus Christ.
What's that? That's bloody Bo Selector in it.
Oh,
hey, David,
I used to watch Bo Selector.
Kez.
I think of the other one. Craig David.
Can I have a rewind?
Oosh.
Don't, Louis, what was it? Don't say fuck off, Bob. When he always used to do, I can't fucking remember her name. Used to be a skaghead. Anyway. Should we wrap up?
Hang on, I got two more questions.
You got two more questions? Let's do this.
Right. Well, one of them, I've added a third one now. Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
Yeah, fair. This doesn't really matter to you because it's you. Where would you see yourself in the next 5 years? That was for more people in the trade as currently as, as is. Have you got a next 5-year plan? I sort of do. But
Successful Times with James YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Plumber parts going from strength to strength. Actually, more video uploads each week because I basically do one upload a week. I want to do 2 a week with something that I'm sort of developing at the moment. In fact, I've got people can subscribe to. They can actually pay a monthly fee to come and get behind the scenes stuff on Plumber parts, and I do a stream every Thursday.
That's it on Patreon.
Yeah. Well, I've got rid of Patreon now, but it's just within YouTube. So you just click the join button in YouTube and pay a little bit of money or whatever. But I'm going to be showing them proofs of videos because I don't like to make my mistakes on the channel. I much prefer to make them beforehand. So I'll basically make pilots. So just make some pilots of what I'm planning and see what the feedback's like and try and get it as good as I can beforehand.
Well, it's interesting you say that because have you heard of the YouTuber Big Clive, Scottish guy, bigclive.com?
No.
You might. I only came across him this year. He's Scottish YouTuber. He's got 670,000 subs. It's done really well. And he literally just I bought this. I will take it apart, and he'll just run through it. So I sent him a fuse board recently, my fire fuse board, and that's just been released. And someone sent me a link an unlisted link. So obviously from his Patreon. So he's got like 3,500 Patreons, right?
Bloody
So
hell. He must be
I know,
raking it
right?
on that.
Well, like the minimum's £3 on it. So there's easily like nine
Yeah, it's
grand
doing
a
9 grand a
month.
month.
Or just off anyway, yeah. So we could go from that. I thought
Good
someone
lad.
stood behind me then. And he recorded it and he released it to his patrons 2 weeks prior. So I realized there's a list when I went on his patrons. I don't pay for it, but I went and had a look. He has like 15 to 20 videos pre-released to all his patrons to see, early access, to comment, to view, to share, whatever they want. And I thought, fair. Obviously, he has a lot of patrons and he does YouTube's his main job and he's very good at it. You can see that from his subs, but that's a lot of commitment. That is a lot of work.
It is a lot of extra. I mean, the good thing about keeping it within YouTube is you just use the app to give, just use the YouTube app to give your patrons, your members the little perks. Like mine will get like lyrics, like because I do a little silly song at the end of every Plumber Parts video, which most people never watch because they've, you know, audience retention is for me about 60%. By the time we get to that. So yeah, so they get photos of lyrics, photos of jobs that I'm on. I also always record little videos on my iPhone of what I'm doing, just random shit, stitch them together in iMovie, and then just bang that on YouTube. And that I could just do that while I'm having dinner.
See, that's that's a point where I'd want to get to, but equally, just doing that takes so much time up in the day.
Yeah,
like just even the mental thing to think about, oh, I've got to do this today and do that on top of 100 things. You know, fair play, genuinely. Like I want to get there at some point, but there's just so much going on, and I keep getting that many ideas, and so I've written stuff. There's paper everywhere where I've written the scaffold, like ringing the guy up about ordering the scaffold earlier, and then my heater's turned up today, and the paint for the floor, and then trying to figure out a process of, well, as soon as I get the unit, am I going to paint the floor first? But then the cold weather, it's not going to dry for 2 days. There's 2 days wasted. Do I get everything else done and paint the do you know what I mean?
It's not 2 days wasted, mate. It's 2 days you can't go in there and play. That's what it is.
Yeah, but then it's Christmas, so
mate, get that floor painted first. You don't want to be painting round stuff. I'm sorry.
I'm tempted to paint left side and then right side,
and then paint the left side again once you scratched it all up, mate. That's
Pretty
exactly
much.
what I've done. Do what I did as well. Just go, mate. This really shocked me actually. I went on the local like village Facebook group and said, look, I've got a unit, floor needs painting. This was summer holidays. So any kids out there who want to earn a couple of bob, just come in for a day and just paint the floor. And I know some of the cricket lads as well, like young uns, honestly, not one of them could be asked to get off their arse and make a bit of money and paint the bloody floor.
I've got my eldest is helping me. And when he said, because he's break up from school on Friday, I said, oh, I'm going to the unit on Tuesday to paint. He was like, can I help? I didn't even have to ask him, but he thinks he thinks I'm putting a massive projector and a PS4 in there at some point. So he's trying to like nibble away at it. I thought I probably will, just don't tell the other half.
Get a snooker table in
thought
there.
She was there then.
Ping pong table. Mate, the one thing I'm building a cyclorama, so check them out, mate. You know those like infinity walls you see people get their photos taken in front of?
Yeah.
Like one of them. I'm getting one of them built in the corner. Because you've been to the studio.
Yes, I have.
I
have. Should I show everyone my trophy? Oh, it's hidden behind the green screen. Oh, we're not meant to tell anyone.
Oh yeah, no, we're not, are we? How the fuck did you win that anyway? How did I come second as well?
How did I win that? We all know my carpentry was better. My tiling was better.
Bullshit.
Watch the videos.
In tiling. Jeez.
I finished before you.
Mate, who was the Chippy guy? It was a really nice old boy. Took Chippy in very seriously, mate. Took it to a new level.
Chippy in? Phil?
Yeah, Phil, that's it. Because I didn't know Phil.
Oh boy, he's younger than me.
Is he? Shit. Yeah. Sorry, Phil, if you're watching.
Phil was like 24, 25.
How old's Huds then?
I would have thought about 32, 33, something like that.
Shit, I am older than everyone else.
You are. And smaller. The funny thing is, when I turned up and I was next to Jimmy, Ken, and Phil, none of you lot are like even near like 5'9". And like when we stood there, like doing the presenting, I felt like I had to, I look like a freak. Let's go down a bit.
Mate,
but I was the only one.
And I was wearing Timberland wedges.
Yeah, I was wearing Vans. I was the only one that, if you look at the video, the plasterboard one, I didn't have a ladder. I was holding the plasterboard up with one hand and screwing it, and them lot on top of the ladders.
Do you think they'll show the bit when Huds's bit of plasterboard fell off and cracked him
No,
in the
they've,
head?
they've edited it all out. Yeah,
That was
and,
so
God,
fucking
that
funny.
was good.
That was a good day. That
He
was, mate. I was
sweating.
knackered at the end of that though.
Well, you got to go home. I had to drive 2.5 hours home after that. Sam, let's wrap it up, mate.
Yeah. Okay, man. Well, have a good one. Have a good Christmas.
Thank you and yourself. And at
I
some
look forward
point,
to my present.
yeah, really, yeah. Jimmy's did say at some point he's going to fly up to me and visit my reunit.
Oh God, yeah. I don't usually talk about flying, but that is the cockpit of a Cessna 172 just there. That's how you learn where all the cockpit instruments are. Yeah, when you learn to fly.
Sorry.
Is that right, guys?
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, anyway, I'll put all of your stuff below. Not that you need any help from me to get subs and.
I do, mate. I'm struggling.
Poor
every sub's
YouTuber. Every comment is important. I think it's why I read every single comment. Whether or not I like it or comment back is a different story, because a lot of the time I feel like if I do it to one, I have to do it to all.
Mate, you know you're getting somewhere when someone comments first.
Oh, I do it to other people just to annoy them now.
Yeah, first on your own video. First. Fuck you, Wenker.
Just so no one else could do it. Yeah, fact. Right, thank you all for watching.
Then,
Cheers, Jim. See you soon,
mate. Stay safe. We'll have to hook up again for a beverage.
Oh yeah, mine's empty now. Enjoy.
I'm going flying tomorrow. Actually, probably shouldn't have this, but fuck it.
Well, if we never see Jim again, we know what happened.
Good night. Crashing a PA28. It's me.
PA28.
Please don't let that happen. Christ, I'll kick myself. I had engine failure. Christ. Right. Anyway. Bye. See you later, mate.
Bye. Why have you got Winston Churchill in the background? I'll stop recording now.
Oh no! Don't stop recording.
Go on.
Recording. Who's this? I'll put this up especially for you.
That's Ted Bundy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been there the whole time.
Goodbye.
And this as well. Electricians have really small knobs.
I couldn't.
You see that? And also, electricians are massive ninnies who stay clean all day long in their shit vans and go home to a wife that really wants to shag a plumber. Been there the whole
level.
Time,
that is the level, everyone. Brilliant. So,
there you go. Ted Bundy's staying up there, actually. I think he's quite a handsome guy.
He's a good-looking chap, isn't he? Old Uncle Ted.
Uncle Ted.
To be fair, the comments have died down now. When I first started it, you related to Ted? Ted your uncle? Ted your dad? You related to Ted? You from? Oh, honestly,
just say countless. My van is a converted Volkswagen Beetle, and I turn up in a balaclava.
Jesus Christ. Right. Goodbye, everyone.
Mate. I'll speak to you later.
See you.
No one's going to watch this bit, are they? Fucking hell. If they got this far, then
I'll put it at the beginning. There we go.
Needles in their eyes. Yeah.
Please make it start. Press the dislike button. Hit it.
Oh, dear. Right, mate. I'll see you later. Have a good one.
Ciao, ciao.